Hey everyone, this is MC here. In this video, I'm going to do a low taper with a nice makeover, long top, push back, or uh, comb to the side, or leave messy as the client likes himself. And also, I will be doing color enhancement, which is the challenge that I was challenged by Chris Bossio to do it. I accepted it. It was really a challenge, and I actually appreciate the fact that he challenged me to do it. It was an experience for me. It took me a while. I had to get all equipment since I actually never ever have done something like this before. So it was a very good learning experience. And as time goes by, I will get better with it. So you will see my lack of experience in this video as well, which is a good thing. You know, we always learn. It's definitely something new for me, airbrushing. So let me get back here to the haircut. This is one way to remove the bulk using your razor. Uh, we were not 100% sure what my client wants. He wants something different. He doesn't exactly know how short he wants his hair. And we get these kind of all the time in our barber shops and salons. So you have to be kind of conservative first and leave the hair long, even though it will be quite a lot shorter by the end. So you want to take gradual steps until you figure out exactly how short uh, the client wants to go, because sometimes not a client himself is not sure uh, how short he wants to go and what look he really wants. So I'm removing the bulk here with a razor. Once the bulk is removed, now I'm gonna use my 1.5 to create the foundation for my fade, and also style, because this is gonna be a low fade. I mean, or actually not really a low fade, but more like a low taper, or as you would say in certain states, we would say blowout. So I'm using 1.5 now, and I'm removing the bulk. This is my standard technique. Consultation is really extremely important when it comes to hair cutting and hair styling. I remember at the beginning of my career as a barber or men's hair stylist, I was reading an article where it said what it takes to become a successful stylist, and it said that consultation was at 50%, and then your skills were something like 25%, and your personality and your professionalism was the rest of it. Back then, I kind of was questioning that, but with the time and experience, I 100% agree that consultation is the most important thing. So for you all guys that are in school, what's most important? And I get these questions throughout my social media, people asking me for advice. And if I can give you one simple advice that is universal for all of you, including myself, for everybody, consultation is the most important thing. And consultation almost never stops. You constantly have to be interacting with your client and asking if that's what he wants and what do you think of this and stuff like that. One thing that throughout my career I made my job is to never remember my client's hairstyle. So I literally have clients who been coming to me for 15, 16 years, and they say, "Come on, man, you don't remember my haircut?" And it's not that I really don't remember the haircut I give him, but I don't want to get that habit of you know, like, oh yeah, I know the haircut you're getting, just have a seat, and boom, boom, boom. A few problems that I personally could arise from this are, one is that you can only remember so many haircuts, and then pretty much every client starts looking the same. And you see that from certain barbers and stylists, that almost every haircut they do, it looks the same. And two, there could be a time when your client decides to change. So, you want to see if he wants something new this time, and give him what he wants, not just, every time the same. And also, you don't want your client to go somewhere else for something different. Like I heard that before, where client says he wants something different, so he came to me. He left his old barber. Maybe his old barber should have offered him something different. So that's why one reason I actually made it my job not to remember what my client gets. Rather, every time he comes, I have a consultation with what he likes. Yeah, of course, the consultations might be shorter, and quicker with the time. If the client says the same like last time, you know, and they don't want anything different, you get it. So that's a point I think everybody should put down and remember. All right, so here I am doing a low taper, as you see. Really, I'm sorry that I talked so much about consultation, which I thought was very important. We missed some hair cutting here. Basically, what I did is 1.5, and then I started with my fade, and with 0, and then using 1.5, an open blade, and you will get down to your fade. Now I'm going to actually use straight edge razor to start my fade actually from 0. And I like to do it now, not before, because now I'll have better idea, you know, because there is such a short period here, a short space here for me to fade. I want to have better visual, where am I going to fade and how am I going to remove that line from 0. So that's why I did it now with a razor. I do not use an electric shaver for one reason. I don't really believe they are very hygienical, and I don't know if I personally don't have time to take proper care and remove the head and clean it and disinfect it and leave it, and it takes too much time. If the barbers do that, more power to them, good for them, that's the proper way. But I rather just use straight edge razor and do my skin fades starting from skin, basically with a straight edge razor. I find it very easy and hygienical, as you can see. Once I'm done with this blade, I'll just dispose it and use another blade. I also preload all my blade razors almost for the day. That way they are handy. I just take them and put a new blade. I mean, just use a new blade. When it's done, I put a razor in the barber side, and that's it. Obviously, I dispose of the blade. So here now I'm removing the line with my edgers. My edgers are 0 gap, so they will remove that line. Stay tuned for the whole haircut, even after the pictures. There is a lot of pictures. There is pictures that are before, pictures that are with a scruffy beard, pictures that are just trimmed beard, and then with the color enhancement, which was the challenge for me that I accepted from Chris Bossio. And I will come up with my own challenge for Chris Bossio in GZ360. I believe these challenges are actually very beneficial for barbers. For me, it was more of a learning experience than anything. I think I really am actually very, uh, I will even say fortunate that I was challenged to do this. Maybe I would have never started to use color enhancement and learn that part, as clients sometimes ask for that type of service. So my barbershop now is offering color enhancement thanks to the challenge from Chris Bossio. Now to connect my side with the taper, I'm using straight edge here. Uh, I'm using a sculpting technique. I'll simply sculpt the side into the paper. Regarding this razor, I'm sorry I don't have any more of these razors. This is really wonderful razor. I got them from Tondale, United Salon Technology. They do not make this particular razor, but if you are planning to learn my system, which includes a good portion of razor cutting, at least 25% of my cuts, of my cutting on every client almost is done with a razor, you should get a Tondale razor. Definitely they are the best out there. There are different razors that are similar to them, such as Dovo, Mustang, Jaguar, and some other, I don't even know the names, but I know they are out there. I think of all of them, Tondale actually is the best. They have two more razors which are quite cheaper than this one. One is called Classic, I believe, and the other one is called Ergo. I think Classic is better than Ergo, but they are actually the only difference from those razors and the one I'm using is actually handle and tension screw, which is really big deal. But the rest of it is the same. The blade holder is the same as on this one, pretty much. But the handle is quite different, and there is no tension screw, which is really too bad because within a year or almost less than a year, they'll get pretty loose, and then it's kind of difficult to use them. So now to just refine this, I'm using scissor over comb, just to make sure it's connected. There is like that little scissor over comb. Scissor over comb is really important technique to learn. Social media is amazing. I had a great week last week. I had a gentleman from Hyderabad, India, a celebrity barber in my shop for 5 days or 40 hours apprenticeship program. It was great. The client he cuts hair for is Indian actor called Vishnu Manchu. We have his haircut as well coming up. I did a live haircut. I mean, I did a video on his haircut and will be available shortly. So now I'm going to connect the top with the sides. As you can see, sides look really nice with a low taper, and the sides are connected really nice to that taper. I'm going to use a straight edge razor to connect now that part, or I would say zone 3, to the rest of the haircut. And I want to make sure the back stays here pretty long. I'm going to create some texture and then remove the length. It is really important when you are leaving the hair long on the top that you create enough texture through hair. Otherwise the hair will just fall flat no matter how much product you really put in it if it doesn't have a proper texture in it. Especially if the hair is straight and like coarse, it will just fall flat, so it kind of really doesn't quite stay. So this is a proper way to create that nice texture. And on the last section there, as you can see, I usually do not create texture because I do not want any short hairs to stick out. If you have to create texture, you should do it from inside, not outside of the hairline. Here I'm trying to create some layers that kind of connect to the sides, but they don't literally blend. But when you push the hair back, it'll almost give you that, blended look, even though the top will remain quite disconnected from the sides. It was my pleasure doing this haircut, really. I mean, this is very nice haircut. We see a lot of like fades and shape ups and stuff like that on YouTube, and I definitely like to see more of long hairstyles and this was really nice haircut for me to do. So that's why I decided actually also to do a color enhancement on this haircut rather than on a, tight fade and shape up and stuff like that. Color enhancement, now I can see you can really enhance your haircut. You can see on his hairline like a neckline and even his beard, the picture before and after, and the huge difference. How lines become sharper. So it's a nice service actually. But you still gotta stay real. You still gotta do a good haircut, not just rely on the color enhancement, as that is really temporary. Here I use some wax and then use a little spray. And here now I'm doing color enhancement. Since this video I actually got better now. I learned to use a smaller card and not to use too much air pressure. So it was definitely, I did it like this because, it's my first time to use it and I wanted to keep it real. I didn't want to, kind of practice and, make it look easy, which really is not. So I had to I have to learn how to properly do it. So, but actually I got better. Now I'm doing better with this. The angle here is not quite good. I'm actually my own cameraman. You see, I make these videos as a hobby. I don't. This is not my full-time job. I'm a full-time barber. But so I just place the camera on one spot, and then sometimes I just turn around my client so I can face the camera. In future, maybe I'll have a professional camera guy to record my videos. I will be holding a barber seminar April 23rd, which is a Monday, day after MC Barber Expo. I'm taking only 8 people. I believe 2 spots are already booked. So if you are interested in my class, feel free to contact me through my social media or just go on my website, mcbarber.com, and then you can message me from there as well. You can see how the line gets sharper. The guys who are professional at this, they are probably laughing at me, saying, "Oh, he's doing that all wrong," and they're probably right. I had to call Chris Bossio and ask him how actually do I use this thing. So I appreciate his help. I really thank him for giving me the info on how to get this, and it was good. Guys, Connecticut Barber Expo is coming up. It's April 22nd. If you are planning to go to a Barber Expo this year, that's the expo. It's probably the largest Barber Expo of that type of, of that kind in the world. You'll be surprised. They have over 200 different vendors. You have education. You have, I believe, 5,000 to 7,000 barbers from around the world. I mean, mostly around the country, but even from around the world show up. We even had the competitors from Australia last year. So it really is a great barber expo. You'll see a lot of new techniques, styles, and it motivates you. So if you are planning to go to a barber expo, it's the Connecticut Barber Expo. I give shout out to Jay Majors for putting that show together. He really does an excellent job with that show. So after I did the color, I use a straight edge razor to sharpen up the lines, so it can come out a little cleaner and sharper. Guys, if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to ask. I really appreciate any input that you have for me. And in the future, I will be holding webinars, and I'm just kind of busy, full-time working and doing education. It's not enough time. As you can see there, the lines come out really nice. Look, you see, that kind of like it really enhances your cut. So it does look very nice. I get a lot of students for my 40 hours apprenticeship program right after school, actually. And you know what I'll say to people that are planning to take my 40 hours apprenticeship program and are planning to go to barber school? Come and see me before you go to school. It really, in school, they almost don't teach you anything. So if you spend 40 hours with me, you will learn the foundation of scissors, a razor, clippers, blow drying and styling. You see me do different techniques over and over. So when you are in school, you can actually have an idea what you need to practice, what you need to work on. And after 6 months or 8 months, whatever the time is, you come out, really prepared. This way, people just spend, 6 months to 8 months in school and come out almost not knowing anything. I mean, with all due respect, but fading is not just, it's not all the barbering. Fading is just one part of our, industry. There is a lot more than fading. I think scissor work is just as important. Razor work is just as you see in this video, just as important. Or should I say, styling is very important. So you got to learn all these things. So I really think this is a nice haircut. It came out very nice. I am very happy with the whole haircut. I'm very also happy with my color enhancement job. I mean, this is my first time, so it looks a lot better than I did expect it to do. So I'm pretty happy. If you like my work, please share it and hit a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It does take a lot of time to create these videos. So by you guys subscribing to my channel, putting the thumbs up, it tells me that you guys appreciate my work, and then it motivates me to do more. So please subscribe and hit a thumbs up and share my videos. I would really appreciate it. So here is your haircut. This is your before. There is no color enhancement here. It's just a low taper from skin with a long top. The top is disconnected from the sides. In these pictures here, I left his beard scruffy, so it's not, I didn't shape up his beard. I almost left all the pictures that I took in this, so you can take a look at his hairline now, especially on the neck and on the beard there. It's kind of weak, and then compare it to the color enhancement, the difference it does. So this hairstyle has really long top, nice texture. You can style it the way you want. You can create a high pompadour. You can comb it like this, push it to the side. It really is nice hairstyle. Here is with a trimmed beard. The hairlines are clean but weak. That's a nice style right there. It has really nice classic taper. And here is your finished result with the color enhancement. You can see the lines are a lot more crisp now. Even on the neckline, you have a straight line. Alright guys, we are coming here to the end of the haircut. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate for any suggestions. Please put a comments underneath. My website is mcbarber.com. My IG is the MC Barber. MC Barber is my Facebook. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Until next time, take care of yourself.